and today I'll be reviewing this brand new horror slash thriller, this mystery Netflix series just dropped on Netflix called The Midnight Club. When I first heard about this show, I really thought this show was a sequel to last year Midnight Mass, this Mike Flanagan's show, which whenever it comes to Mike Flanagan, a lot of people like his shows on Netflix. Equal amount of people don't like his shows either on Netflix because his shows do require particular taste to watch them, like especially his storytelling is so slow, but however he's really good at creating good character that you can enjoy watching them. Like all his shows pacing are really slow, sometimes do throw me off, so I'm not huge fan of his show, I'll say here. I'm like a medium. That being said, I thought this show, some of the character he created here, I found them really very interesting and very, especially the story about all these terminally ill people. They come to this manor and they're all young people and they are so sick. You do feel sorry for them, and they try to find they're trying to find a way to live a longer life because all of them has the cancer and other stuff which they will die from it. So you do immediately feel for all this character. Personally, I was really feeling sorry. I really like some of their story here, especially their backstory. The way the show tells you about it is really very heart touching, and especially the center character Ivanka, her name I think. Her story is so sad. Like when she found out like she cannot survive this thyroid cancer she has in this show, I was really heartbroken for her. Like, oh, so sad. And some of this, like the character, all their story is really sad. I really like all their backstory, all of this thing, how they all come together. This show has lot of jump scare, like lot. All this horror imagery he tried to throw here and there, like they're really unnecessary. I think he tried to throw all this jump scare because his last show, Midnight Mass, it was straight cut horror show like you were watching. There aren't many jump scare in that show. So I guess people in general, I'm saying like a lot of people really like jump scare. So I guess he added here to make the story more intense for its audience. But its story itself is not that like mysterious that you feel like end of it you're like, why did you add all this jump scare? Didn't need it, you know what I mean? Then again, most horror show or movie fan, they like this kind of jump scare. So I'm glad he added extra tension in this show. However, this show does have a lot of plot holes. You cannot ignore it. You're like, some of the story and some of the character reveal, you do see it coming. You're like, oh, like the minute you see them, you do guess it who they might be in this show. So it's not a huge surprise. And some of the episode I did feel like there are so many unnecessary scenes dragged like this. He could have been cut them out, but that is how he tells his story, which many people do enjoy them. So who am I to say this is not the right way to tell? But at the same time, many people will not finish the show simply because the way he drag all the scenes, so unnecessary. You are just sitting there, reveal all the mystery and the suspense around them, but he never does reveal, does he? That's how he gets you watch the whole season, I guess. So his last show, like Midnight Mass, it was a huge hit, I guess. But this one, that one had, I don't remember, maybe it had 8 episodes or not. This one has a 10 episode, and you do feel like the story pacing is so slow, and the last episode is like the way some of the cliffhanger, the plot hole, like he left, I was like, simply I was just really surprised, I guess. So many answers, like so many questions he didn't answer. Then again, I'm hearing that this show will have season 2 or something, but most of his shows are limited series. So like, am I getting my answer or not? That is my biggest question. And I feel like some of this Netflix show always have this, I guess this is the spoiler, so spoiler warning, not about plot or anything, just his spoiler about this show itself. they always throw, cult stuff. Like, I don't like that. Like, most of the show on Netflix, they have a end of it, there is some kind of cult, and like the mystery around the Jenny character. Like, she might be, like, she's been alive for so long. I guess it is interesting, but how is she so long she's alive? Didn't answer those questions. uh, I guess I didn't like how slow and some of the story, how much it dragged. And overall, I'd say this show, it is still pretty good. It's not bad at all. However, I could see some people would be bored by this. Then again, I found some of the story, their struggle is really very heartfelt. I will say I have okay time watching. Then again, I could see some people not liking it, and some people are loving it. That's how it goes for Mike Flanagan's show. And that's my thought on this show. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this show? And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget my other reviews on other Netflix show. Enjoy this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.